So this is our first lesson from our first video from lesson 7. So this is lesson 7. We're going to be talking about angles. This is part 2 of exploring angles. And in this video, we're going to learn about a protractor. So I hope everybody has already bought a protractor. And this is what a protractor looks like. We'll talk a little bit about what are the different parts of a protractor. But in general, let's just get an overview. So this is the shape of a protractor. You'll see that we've got one side that's flat and another side that looks like a circle, like a semicircle, part of a circle. And we've got sort of an inside border of the circle, and then we've got an outside border of this semicircle. Along the inside border, we have what we call our anti-clockwise or counterclockwise scale. And this is a scale of angles, degrees. So each of these lines represents a certain angle measurement in degrees. So for example, this is a 30-degree measurement. This is a 40-degree measurement, 50, 60, 70, and so on. As you might expect, the 90-degree measurement is up here, so that the line that's going to come down from 90 degrees is exactly going to be perpendicular to this line, which is at the bottom of the protractor. This line is called the baseline. Okay, this is the baseline of the protractor, and this hole in the protractor is called the origin. Now, we've said already the inner scale is the anti-clockwise or counterclockwise scale, but we also have a scale on the outside of the protractor. And now you'll notice that the inner scale increases as we go in an anti-clockwise or counterclockwise direction, but the scale on the outside increases if we go in a clockwise direction. So if this is the hand of a clock, as the clock is ticking and as the second hand is moving forward, you'll notice we go to higher and higher numbers. Okay, so that outer scale ranges from 0 all the way to 180, which is the number of degrees in a straight line. And similarly, the anti-clockwise scale, we don't quite see 0 here, but 0 is at this line. And it also goes all the way from 0 counterclockwise all the way over here to 180. So we see it going up to 170, but it's really going to go up to 180. So what we've got is we've got the ability to measure angles with our protractor, and we can measure angles in either a counterclockwise or a clockwise direction, whichever may seem to suit the situation. Now, we generally measure angles in a counterclockwise direction. Okay, so most of the time we're actually going to want to use the inner scale. Okay, but there might be some exceptions to this, which we'll talk about when we see it. But especially if we've got the angle lined up so that one of the rays is on the right side of the protractor like this, then we will want to use the inner scale to see what the angle measurement is. So why don't we go ahead and move on to the next video when we're actually going to be using the protractor to measure some angles.